Pay close attention. There's something that very few people are willing to speak about. When a woman grows older or loses the man with whom she built her life, many immediately assume that something inside her has disappeared as well, as though her emotions, her longing, and her ability to love have simply faded away. But that's not the reality. The truth is that the human heart doesn't recognize age. It only understands the experiences we've lived through, the wounds we've carried, and the marks that life leaves behind. And today we're going to explore a subject that is almost never discussed, not because it lacks importance, but because many people aren't prepared to hear it. It reaches one of the deepest parts of the human soul, the emotional loneliness of a woman who has experienced loss, but still feels life beating within her. When a woman at this stage begins to feel drawn to someone, she rarely expresses it openly. There are no obvious declarations or dramatic gestures. Everything unfolds in silence, with incredible subtlety and patience, yet with remarkable depth, because this isn't an ordinary feeling. It rises from a place deep within her heart that's difficult to put into words. But before we recognize the signs, there's something essential we need to understand. A woman in this situation carries more than her present. She also bears the weight of her past, her losses, her memories, and the questions she never found the courage to speak aloud. On the outside, she may appear composed and resilient, but inside, she is often facing a loneliness invisible to everyone else. Society frequently tells her what she should feel, what she should leave behind, and how she should continue living her life. Yet many people overlook one important truth. The human heart doesn't follow society's rules. It remains alive even when everything around it has changed. And when that heart begins to feel again, that's when her inner conflict truly begins. Because attraction doesn't arrive alone. Fear appears beside it, along with uncertainty, and the same questions repeating endlessly in her mind. What will people think? Is it really okay for me to feel this way again? Do I still deserve another chance to fall in love? Am I somehow betraying my past? Will he truly understand everything I've been through? And in the middle of all those doubts, without even realizing it, small, quiet, almost invisible signs begin to emerge, signs that carry tremendous meaning. The first sign can be seen in her eyes. A woman like this doesn't look at people casually. There's a quiet caution in the way she observes. When she starts developing feelings for you, she'll look at you for a brief moment, offer a gentle smile, and then pull herself back again, almost as though two different voices exist inside her. One encourages her to move closer, while the other warns her not to risk another mistake. That's when everything slowly becomes easier to understand because the eyes can never completely hide what's happening inside. The second sign appears in the way she reacts to your words. Even the smallest things you say begin to carry special meaning for her. Have you eaten? You seem tired. Are you feeling okay? To everyone else, these may sound like simple, everyday questions, but to her they create an emotional response that reaches her heart. Her voice also begins to soften. It becomes warmer, gentler, and more personal. She starts remembering little details about your life, not because she's trying to, but because you have genuinely become important to her. Without either of you noticing, an emotional bond quietly begins to take shape. The third sign is perhaps the deepest of them all. It happens when she begins allowing you into her silence. A woman who has lived through the pain of losing someone doesn't easily invite another person into the private space of her solitude. That place belongs only to her. It's where she keeps her sadness, the sleepless nights, and the thoughts she has never shared with anyone else. But when she begins saying things like, "The house feels so empty," "I feel lonely so often," or "I struggle to sleep at night," those words are no longer ordinary conversation. They become a door that slowly starts opening. It's a quiet sign that she's beginning to trust you, because not everyone is welcomed into another person's loneliness. And when that happens, it's no longer just a conversation. A profound emotional connection starts to grow. Little by little, without either of you fully realizing it, two hearts begin drawing closer, not through grand speeches or dramatic declarations, but through shared silence, genuine attention, and simply being present. Because in the end, every human being longs for exactly the same thing: